Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today it's going to be a different topic. I want to talk about the Nolan Wells case. I've been watching it for these past 6 weeks, right? And I have to say, when I first saw the story, my heart just broke into a million pieces. I know a lot of people are upset and angry, but no one can't be no more upset than Nolan Wells' parents, okay? And you're talking about Elmore and Christine Wonsley. And I love the fact that Christine is telling people, she know people keep gearing things towards her, but she also wants you to recognize that her husband is grieving also. So we do not forget about Elmore, okay? I just want to say that I want to give my condolences to the Wells family, because this is so heartbreaking. But looking at Christine and Elmore, I don't know how they do it, but the strength that they have is just impeccable. And you can tell that they're probably God-fearing people, So I just want to commend them on that, because that's not an easy thing to do. But when you lean on God, you lean towards His strength, He will strengthen you. Because I can see that they're being really strong for their family because they have to, right? It's a must. And I just wanted to extend my condolences to their family. I keep them in prayer. I'm praying for Nolan. I'm praying for his family, his mother, his father, his siblings, all his loved ones, all his closest friends, family members, everybody that meant something special to Nolan, and that Nolan was special to them. I'm talking to those people. Okay, so like I said, I've been watching this story since it came out. And as we can see, there's a lot of information out there and you don't know what to believe. And I was nervous to do this. I don't know why, because I just want to speak from the heart. I don't want to attack anybody because that's not my character. As you can see, that's not even Nolan Wells' parents' character. They're not attacking anybody. They're just simply asking for questions, right? Because I said when I get on here, I was going to speak with respect. I was really angry because I was so hurt by this. Guys, I just couldn't believe that he didn't come back home. I could not understand that, and I still don't. But I'm a God-fearing woman too, so I'm like, give it to God. God knows what He's doing. I know these are things that, people question God and say, why? Why someone like Nolan Wells? I mean, I didn't know Nolan, but listening to his parents speak about him and seeing the little video clips of him speaking, he just seems like such a beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul, right? And I can't even begin to think of anyone who would want to hurt him or harm him in any way. I just don't see it. But I just wanted to come on here and speak my little piece. I just feel like with the case dragging, according to what I'm seeing, the case has really been dragging, and I just can't understand. Now, this is what's heavy on my heart. This is the biggest elephant in the room. Nolan Wells did not come back home. Nolan Wells was unalive. We don't know how, so I can't speak and say I know what happened to him, because I don't. None of us do. It's just so many stories out there, and it's just a lot of things that's so confusing. And it's upsetting. It's extremely upsetting. I know a lot of people just want to get to the truth, but no one wants to get to the truth more than his parents, because they deserve that. They deserve justice for their son. I don't understand why people are saying, why did she put photos out? Well, this is her child, so she has every right to want to know what exactly happened. And I don't blame Christine. You cannot just tell this woman, let's just say this married couple, you cannot tell Christine and Elmore that their son just drowned. Okay, give her proof, autopsy proof. Give her proof that this was an accidental drowning. If you cannot give her that, then they have every right to go further because this is their child. Please understand where I'm coming from. It's not like he was injured badly and he's laying up in the hospital. He is no longer here. Do you not understand that? Wrap this around your brains. To everyone who's kind of acting confused as to why these parents are hurting so bad, how dare anyone attack them at a time like this? At a time like this, I can't even begin to imagine what they're going through and what they're feeling. But I just know that I am praying for them, for their strength and their understanding and their courage. They're already showing that. They are great examples of strong people. But the biggest elephant in the room is that Nolan Wells did not come back home. Nolan Wells went on a trip with his friends, as they call it, but some people saying his so-called friends. I'm not here to attack anyone, like I said, because it's not my character. If somebody could be a voice of reasoning, then let's be a voice of reasoning, right? I just feel like even when Nancy Grace is interviewing these high officials on her show, it just seems like these people, some of them are kind of acting like they don't understand what she's saying. And I know very well they all understand what Nancy is asking them because she's asking straightforward questions, so they should be able to give her straight answers. But I'm going to tell you this, the people that's over-explaining themselves and they are not taking the time to really straightforward answer the questions, it makes me feel like you're withholding something, right? Some people don't want to come out and say, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying, because we don't know. But what we all do know, the ones of us that really care about this case, we want to know what happened. And Christine and Elmore Wonsley, my God, they deserve answers. They deserve the truth. This is what we're saying. This is what everyone has been saying. Okay? They deserve this. Why so many people are fighting for them. And I just want to say, Big Kish, Trent Out Loud, Nancy Grace, and there's a few other people and all the TikTokers. You're doing a beautiful job by covering this case. Oh, and Tisa Tells, if I'm saying her name right. And I know it's a lot more of you, but I can't name everyone. But these are the people I've been watching them, especially Big Kish. I've been watching him, and he's doing a beautiful job covering this. And I like the things that he's saying. He said we have to come together so we can get that truth out here. But no one wants the truth more than Elmore and Christine Wonsley. So please wrap that around your brain. They deserve justice for Nolan Xavier Wells. Of course they do. I'm quite sure Ben Crump and Al Sharpton and all the other people that is helping them is doing the best that they can. But if it's too many false accusations being put out there, it's misleading, right? The DA of Mississippi, she did make a statement and people is not buying it. It's dragging. This is what they need to understand. I just feel like, why wasn't anybody investigated? Why wasn't nobody brought in? Why the FBI or any of these high officials, why everything is just being dragged? Just taking their sweet time. What are you taking your sweet time for? If you did the first autopsy, you did it, right? And then to hear that his tissues from his body parts was not sent back. Why that? Explain that to the people. The people want to know. What happened to the tissues of his lungs? Or his throat? Or his stomach? Why? Why didn't the first medical examiner send that back? People is questioning that, as they should. How is the second medical examiner supposed to do a full autopsy with missing tissues or missing organs? Explain to me, how are they? So it just makes it look like there is some things that's not right. That is what people is saying. Now, a lot of people is upset about these young boys. And I get that. And I know these young boys are probably scared. But if they have hearts, they have to understand where Nolan Wells' parents is coming from. Okay? Understand that Christine and Elmore felt they had to do what they had to do. This is their child, right? It's not about people's feelings. Get out of your feelings and understand this is really serious. Their son is gone. He lost his life. So why do people expect for them to sweep it under the rug and keep it moving? No, they are not supposed to. If they are not comfortable with the fact that something is off, then something is off. And I'm like, listen, a mother's intuition knows. Do you understand? A mother's intuition knows that something is not right. So if something don't sit right with this mother, she has every right to proceed and take it further. You understand? So I don't know why people cannot understand that. I can fully understand. I'm a mother of 2 daughters. Okay? So I understand. 2 daughters, 27 and 15. So my heart pours out to this family, as well as all the other families that's losing their children, their loved ones. I don't know what's going on in this world, but I know we have to start praying and we have to start sticking together, meaning pay attention and look out for one another. That's what we have to do. Nolan Wells went on his 4th of July trip just to go and to enjoy himself. What's wrong with that? Any typical teenager wants to go and have a good time, as he should have, right? But now a lot of us is feeling like we wish that he wouldn't have went, right? But you know he wanted to go because he wanted to have a good time. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a good time. But you can't tell me he's on an island with all these people and no one don't know what happened. That's ludicrous. There's no way no one knows what happened. All these people that's out there, I don't know, hundreds of people, thousands of people, I don't know. But you cannot sit here and pull the wool over people's eyes. People knows what happened. So people need to come forth and tell the truth with these. Did that funny first autopsy? That's suspicious. Sorry. Just gotta call it the way you see it. Just weird. You're not gonna tell me my child drowned and you don't got no proof that he drowned. That autopsy better show that. If that autopsy can't show that, then something else took place. What? Everybody wants to know, and I know all the people that's trying to find out what exactly happened. They're trying to find out. It's so many people. I mean, this has hit the globe. You can't mess with God's child and think that you're not going to get found out. I don't care who you are. You're going to get found out because people is not going to stop. They're not going to stop until justice is served. However it is, if it was an accidental drowning, then prove that it was an accidental drowning. Do you understand that? And if it wasn't, then people got to go in. Somebody got to be charged because there's no way listening to his mother speak of him and his father. This was a responsible young man, and it's terrible that they want to sit out here and make these accusations up on this young man that we all know is not true. Why would someone like Nolan Wells decide to go get pissy drunk the way they tried to make him out to be when he had football trials coming up Monday, right? That Monday, July 6th. Why would he do that? So you're saying he just wanted to jeopardize his career? Why would he do that? That doesn't make sense. Oh, Dr. Umar, I loved the way he spoke. He spoke with logic and common sense. And I see, for some reason, people is sort of against him. I wasn't too familiar with Dr. Umar, but I listened to him speak, on that podcast, The Art of Dialogue. I thought he did a beautiful job. He was getting straight to the point, y'all. You cannot question what he was saying, and he never blamed anyone. He did not. But he made so much sense with the things that he was saying. So we want justice for Nolan Xavier Wells. Stop holding back. Stop pushing back, because the more you hold back and you push back, the more you look guilty. That's towards whoever. Let me tell you something. If the shoe fit, wears it. If these videos that people are making, or even my video, I don't know who is going to reach. But if these videos are making you feel some kind of way, then you feel guilty. Then you're guilty of something. Not saying you did something, but you feel guilty. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Understand it. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, and it was one of these white parents who lost their child, they would put the answers. They would want the truth. No one would be able to sit up and tell them, something different other than they're going to want to know the freaking truth. Okay? Because I said I wasn't going to curse. I wanted to. But I said I'm not going to curse. I wanted to speak without using foul language. Okay? So we want justice for Nolan Xavier Wells, and we want it soon. So if this goes to the grand jury and people are caught, then you're just caught. But if somebody knows the truth and something is weighing heavy on their hearts, then you need to speak up. You need to speak up. Do you understand? And the fact that all of y'all is covering whoever you are, you know who you are. I don't know you, but you know who you are. The way you're all in cahoots together, it doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. You know? So you cannot pull the wool over people's eyes, because people's eyes are open. There's too many intelligent people out here in this world. Too many people on this case. Too many people is cracking the codes to so many things. I was just blown away. So I'm like, look at God working. You cannot mess with God's child. Do you understand? Nolan Wells, that's God's child. You understand? A lot of these young black kids, those are God's children. You can't mess with them and think you're going to get away with it. Your time is coming. Just know it. Then you got all the spiritual people out here. You understand? You cannot mess with them. You cannot mess with these spiritual people and these God-fearing people. You cannot, because they have God on their side. So we want justice for Nolan Xavier Wells. And remember this. God said, vengeance is mine. Wrap that around your head for those who have a problem. God bless.